the way that I feel about this law is that, it completely goes against what the Peruvian people feel about trans people. I mean, we are an indigenous culture. We've had trans and non-binary figures throughout our history. It's nothing new. I think this is a move on the government's ideals or their personal beliefs on trans people and on gender identity. I think this law does have potential to influence other countries to falsely categorize trans folks and, our trans care that we so desperately need. I think that, here in the US, thankfully, we have people in the medical field who will back us up and who will, properly diagnose, whatever it is that we're experiencing. Some people experience gender dysphoria, some trans people don't. What I've learned about this law is that, the Peruvian government wants to be able to offer trans people insurance coverage. And by labeling or categorizing our transitions and our need for medical care, it's in a way to be able to have us, be insured. And so, I think it's wrong. I think here in the US, we have something called incongruence of gender. And that's the category that we are, filed under, I guess, if you think about the medical categories, it's gender incongruence. And that's where we should properly be categorized in, for the specific care, that we need. And so when you start talking about mental health and you start generalizing a group of people, in a category that is not correct, what happens is that we get, treated improperly, and it's not so much, I think it's part of our transition. I personally chose to focus on my mental care throughout my transition because of the hatred of society and just to be a stronger person throughout my transition. But I don't believe for a second that trans people, or questioning your gender or wanting to transition should be part of a mental health category. I think it should be an option.